On today's wrestling news, we've got a rumor killer about Andrade's WWE return.
Seth Rollins reveals how long he'll be out of action for.
CM Punk reckons he's doing the best work of his career.
And is John Cena about to win a title before his retirement?
Who knows? Are you ready? Are you ready for the news time? My name is Phil Chambers and I'm joined by Gareth Morgan to talk all things wrestling news. But first up, Andrade. Done a lot of stuff going around about Andrade at the minute and what the hell is going on with his sort of contract situations in various companies, in fact. So, to take you back to the beginning, in case you've missed it all, back in September, he was released from WWE. At the time, John Alba reported from multiple sources within WWE that it was due to, that he'd had multiple wellness violations during that run. It wasn't known whether that was like directly led to his release at that time, but he had them. So on October the 1st, quite soon after the release from WWE, he returned to AEW Dynamite. He joined the John Callis family, and he looked like he was going to be taking on Kenny Omega. It looked like it was going to be in a big position for AEW for a while. And then he just disappeared from TV. That was the only TV he appeared on. And since then, he's only actually wrestled one match since he left WWE, and that was for like an indie called Crash Wrestling. So, Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer reported that the reason he wasn't on AEW was due to his WWE non-compete, and in fact that they have a 1-year non-compete clause if you are fired for cause, and that you don't get paid for it during that time. Shoma Sapp then reported that he had actually signed a full-time contract with AEW, but sort of during all of these reports, there was also loads of speculation about a potential WWE return, specifically within kind of lucha circles, but it's like that they were enforcing the non-compete as a way to sort of force Andrade to come back to WWE in a way and get him back. So Meltzer now has a new update on all of this, kind of squashing all of those rumors about the potential WWE return. He says, for what this is worth, according to those in WWE, the rumors from last week that the WWE is looking to now bring him back in aren't true. One person near the top who would likely know, although there are lots of secrets in WWE, said that he had never heard the name discussed. Another who would have to know said the story wasn't true. Now, WWE is obviously known for keeping a lot of secrets when it comes to returns, and anything else like injuries and the Seth Rollins thing that happened recently, like they like to keep things under wraps in order to have surprises on TV. But Meltzer is pretty sure this is not one of those situations. So basically it seems like anyway, he left, maybe didn't realize that he had a 1-year no-compete, signed with AEW, WWE enforced the 1-year non-compete, and now he's kind of screwed for a year.
Yeah, this is one of the more peculiar contract scenarios that I can remember. Really, it's
yep,
it's a strange one because it feels, yeah, if you fight with cause, like it's one of those things where you can get in what you get in. But again, we don't know the full ins and outs of it.
Yeah, no compete with no pay is a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Like, yeah, already the 90-day felt like a lot for a while there. Do you know what I mean? Like a year.
I assume on WWE's part it's there so you can't purposefully get yourself fired just because you want out of your contract and to go somewhere else.
I mean, and this guy, he's got some this priors with this sort of stuff from what you hear anyway. It's a weird one. It's a messy situation. It doesn't look great for AEW because obviously they've brought him on television, then just suddenly had to go la forget that happened. Never mind, move on.
You'd think they would have checked his contract too.
It doesn't look good on a lot of people. This what happens in the future, you never know. In the wacky world of wrestling, maybe they can come to an agreement, some kind of like settlement where it's like, okay, we can just agree that he can go to AEW, but you don't expect that to happen because WWE aren't just going to be like, oh, okay, Dave, we'll just waive that so you can go and like wrestle for the rival company. They are quite petty, and there's a reason they've got these like stipulations in the contract to begin with. It's probably to stop stuff like this happening. So it's a strange one, and I'm sure this is not the last we're going to hear of it. There'll be some more twists and turns along the way, but we'll keep you informed when that stuff does drop inevitably. Speaking of things dropping, we're getting more information on this specific story within the wrestling world. Seth Rollins with a G is obviously still injured. He's hurt. That was a big thing, big story from the last month or so. and there's been no real timeline on when he's going to return. So, like, we've seen him in a sling. Like, people saying it's going to be a long-term thing. Obviously, he's had to vacate the World Heavyweight Championship, so we knew it was going to be pretty long-term. But now, on the Good Morning Football show, because he pops up on that every now and again as a guest host, he was wearing a Bears suit and a football jersey. I think he's a Bears fan. Bears for football. Is it the Chicago Bears? I don't know. I think maybe the Chicago Bears. Yeah, as a football team. Yeah, so he was there as a Bear, and he was like just riffing and talking and all the rest of it. And then he suddenly said, "I wish I could rip this thing off, man, but I'm out, guys. I'm out of action for 6 months." He kind of mumbled it under his breath a little bit. It was one of them where I think he started saying it and went, "Oh, this is revealing big news here. Maybe just move on really quickly." And then he put the attention on the world title and sort of like spoke about how it's going to be Jey Uso or CM Punk that are going to have that title soon because of Saturday night's main event, which is obviously tonight. But it was one of those where you could kind of see in his face, he kind of says it and goes, okay, just forget that, because that spoils the surprise somewhat, doesn't it? If you keep these things a bit mysterious and don't really say how long it's going to be until he can return, he could just pop up suddenly and it's a big surprise. Whereas now, a lot of people are going to be sat there going, 6 months from now, what does that mean? WrestleMania? Is he going to be there? So one of those, it felt like a bit of a slip more than anything. Or maybe it is intentional just to throw us off and he'll be back in 2 months' time. Who knows?
Maybe. I mean, you can't count anything else out now after the last thing with Seth Rollins and his injury angle. So who the hell knows? But if it is a slip, 6 months would put you back. You'd be looking, November, December. You'd be close to Mania.
Yeah.
I mean, these people usually come back sooner than doctors tell them to.
You could be on telly. You could be on telly
Mania
for a little bit in the lead up. Maybe just don't do many matches and save yourself a minute. You could probably do that. Maybe, I don't know these things. I'm not a wrestler who's injured themselves. It might be a lot harder than that. But we've seen stuff in the past, like you said, where people do come back early.
Yeah. So I mean, it's one of those things. Injuries suck all the time, and it's just making sure you're properly well before coming back and not rushing it back or anything like that. So hopefully he doesn't do that and he's back when he's good and ready. But yeah, it also might just be him working everybody because he definitely likes to do that. So watch this space, I guess. We'll have to wait and see. But moving over, CM Punk. He has been talking to KSI News of Utah about sort of his career in WWE and things, and he has a quote from that saying, "I'm fortunate that I'm continuing to level up in this business. I just turned 47 the other day, and some people would say that's a detriment. I think it's one of the more positive things about me. I'm this old and operating on this level, doing what to me is the best work of my career." So it's not really news, this. It's just CM Punk thinks he's doing really well at his job. But the main thing...
That's news to me, Phil.
Good for him. Right? But the main thing is, do you agree? Is this CM Punk's best work of his career? He's had some good stuff in this WWE run. Obviously, the sort of long feud with Drew McIntyre probably stands out. He's a main event of Mania, sort of.
It
First
counts,
night,
Phil.
not the true main event. Well, I mean, if you're going to take it, you know what I mean?
Clearly you can.
Main event of SummerSlam with Gunther was great. There's stuff with Cena in Saudi Arabia. He got to work with AJ Lee, which is also going to be quite good fun for him, I imagine. Is that enough to warrant the best run of his career? Let us know down in the comments.
Yeah, it's all taste, this, isn't it? So it's what version of Punk you like best. It might be the whole pipe bomb era. It could be his AEW era, now.
Yeah, the MJF feud.
Yeah,
that
for me, that's the good stuff. That was the wow. Wrestling is on fire right now. Punk's back. This is Punk without the reins on. Do you know what I mean? That's what it felt like. It was wow, just letting him to have that creative freedom just to really tell the kind of stories that he wants to tell. Like that for me, I've enjoyed this WWE run. I have, because it's one of those things of wow, what does this look like? I just never thought I'd see this again. It's been peculiar in its own strange, surreal way, but I personally preferred that initial year and a half or so of that Punk run. Just in AEW, or was it even a year and a half? It might have just been a year. The time moves very strangely, but it was time was a glorious time for me. But yeah, let us know what you think the best Punk era is.
Maybe by best work of his career, he just means he hasn't fallen out with anyone, and that's a pretty good one.
That's pretty good work there, Phil. Keep that up. Try and sustain that for the rest of this contract. Let's see. I'm rooting for you, man. Speaking of like interesting eras, let's say, and probably maybe a lot of people wouldn't say the best work of his career. The John Cena retirement run, it's been a bit up and down, hasn't it? It's been a bit up and down. Like maybe the last like quarter of it's been a fun time. The first 3 quarters, let's just not talk about it. So yeah, there's been a lot of talking, a lot of rumours swirling about what's going to happen in his last couple of dates. He's got like 3 dates left, 3, 4, I'm trying to think. Maybe 4, maybe 3. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's only got a couple. So the big thing that is like the first big match I think on the horizon out of those dates is a potential match with Dominic Mysterio. That's what's been rumoured for a while now, and that would apparently be over the Intercontinental Championship. But obviously we've got Saturday night's main event tonight. You've got Dominic taking on Penta and Rusev. It's looking like Dominic is the favourite to get out of that match with his belt, probably cheating, doing something. And Meltzer has mentioned in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, the latest one, that as of like a few weeks ago, Cena winning the IC title from Dominic at Survivor Series was kind of the plan. There was a plan there to do that. And then he'd then defend that title against the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, all the rest of it, Gunther, in his retirement match. Then maybe Gunther would win that title back from Cena, you'd expect. Or maybe Cena retires with the belt. Never know. Weirder things have happened, I guess. So that's looking like a potential like plan right now. I'd like that. I'd love to see Cena win that belt. I think, is that the one belt he's never won? That'd just be a nice little way to cap off the career, I guess.
That's the only reason I can see of doing this.
Yeah, just to kind of go, all right, there's your last little bit. And he just looks
there
good
you
in
go.
gold.
You've had it all now.
Yeah.
Off you go.
On your way. Hey, pat him on the back of the head. Have a good one. Yeah, so that's I'd like that direction if that is the way they're going to go. Great spot for Dominic Mysterio, like having that match with Cena. Who would have thought that like a couple of years ago? Retirement run, Cena's going to have one of his final matches against Dominic Mysterio. That's one of the hottest things in the company right now. That is what a weird world we're living in. So I think Cena would love that as well. It's giving even if he does win the belt, giving the rub in a way to Dominic. So interesting move if this does happen.
Yeah, I'm torn with this one. I don't think Cena's retirement match needs a belt, for one. Like, I mean, you've already sold out that building just on the fact that it's Cena's retirement match. So I don't think it needs it, but I also am kind of fascinated by Cena versus Dominic Mysterio. I just think that would be really good fun, especially like the promo stuff. Although, like, with the limited dates remaining, maybe you can't get that many promo stuff out of him, and you kind of want that to be a couple of weeks of promos to build up, just because it'd be quite fun.
You maybe use social media stuff again with it.
Yeah, I suppose.
This is just going to be the perfect John Cena kind of match, because it's going to be more character work over actual in-ring action, isn't it? So it's just two great characters just clashing, and we'll just see what comes out of it. It'll be magic. I'm excited for that. Survivor Series is looking quite good from the sounds of it, so I'm here. I'm excited.
Indeed. Let us know down in the comments below. What do you want to see it? Do you want to see him win the title? Do you think it needs a title? What do you think of Dominic Mysterio? All these questions and more. Just ask your own questions. Yeah, just type stuff in the comments.
Conversation with yourself in the comments
down there.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. If you want to have fun somewhere else, go to social media and follow us there. That's a thing. At Fill My Chambers on all of the social medias for me, and follow this guy.
This awkward guy on @gmorgan04 on X, and they follow me on Instagram @GarethMorgram. And then within that, I've also got my personal training fitness account on Instagram, which is @fitness.focus.gm. Support me, and we'll talk about fitness and getting fit and just being healthy and living a good life.
There you go. Get fit and have yourselves a bloody good day.
Bye.